I'm sure you've heard the words, "Don't judge a book by its cover," but how about "Don't judge a film by its poster"? Allow me to tell you about the power of the movie poster, the front page of every film. Alongside the trailer and the word of mouth, the movie poster is an essential part of a film's overall marketing. But why is it so important? Well, to start, let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, at its core, a movie poster is a call to action, not just to bring awareness to a film, but also to sell it to the broader public. And for many, especially for the casual moviegoer, the poster is their first impression of a film, and it can often be the deciding factor as to whether they pursue it further or just dismiss the film entirely. So that outlines the basic importance that posters provide to a film's marketing. But it actually goes so much further than this. From hanging on our childhood bedroom walls to pulling us further into the cinema lobby, it's a window to an experience and the first page to another world. The movie poster can essentially go on to define a film's look, feeling, and aesthetic identity in pop culture, and it can even serve to encapsulate memories and experiences one's had when engaging with that very film. So what's my background in all this? What's making me present the movie poster to you in this light? Well, first of all, here's a little about myself. Having grown up within the world of graphic design, which I'm still very much a part of, as long as I've known, I've always been infatuated with movie posters, and I'm sure you've noticed some of my work here on the channel. However, over the past few years, I soon noticed how movie posters often went unappreciated by higher-ups in the traditional graphic design scene, and also undervalued by new filmmakers who didn't understand its use to their craft. These higher-ups would often disregard movie posters as a cheap form of graphic design, kinda like the fast food of marketing, and young filmmakers would look past it as a means of selling their films. So are movie posters really art? Well, I believe that question comes down to originality. Over the years, there's been a number of great posters which have become instantly iconic and bound to the story of those films. But what makes these posters great is accurately setting up the audience's expectations, an appetizer of sorts to prepare them for the real thing. While a great poster communicates genre, feel, and storyline, a weak poster can do the exact opposite and have a negative effect. Like, a poster really shouldn't look as if it were made on Microsoft Word, for example, especially if you're hoping to get any interest from it. But for every truly great movie poster, there's hundreds of, let's say, not so great posters. And this is all objective, of course, but how did we go from this to this? The floating heads movie poster is a prevalent form of design which has taken off in the last 20 years, and it's one which perhaps contributes to some people's disregard of movie posters not being proper art. The floating head style primarily depicts headshots of its lead characters against a dark background, aiming to highlight its lead actors. However, it's given a lot of flack due to the little creative and imaginative input, and I also might add that in an age of the fading movie star, is this kind of poster style effective enough, or scratch that, even relevant anymore? Now, even I myself have fallen victim to using this style on occasion, as yeah, it's easy and your brain doesn't even have to think while creating it. But the more I've deviated from this format, the more I've noticed the power of truly great poster design, especially for the smaller independent films, which is where it becomes so beneficial to these rising filmmakers. This is where a uniquely creative poster can make the difference and add massively to the perceived value of a film. A unique and creative design will always have a sense of allurement and quality over the bland, unoriginal, and uninspired. For example, would you even consider an unknown smaller indie film if presented with nothing else but a poster with the exact floating heads layout as every other big Hollywood film? The answer in most cases would probably be no, because it's not doing anything different. But I've seen so many of these designs around where they simply become lost amongst the rest. It feels cheap, like a pale imitation. It's just the same thing minus the larger brand awareness. So I feel the true art of poster design is in creating something new, something original that breaks from the standard format. So much like film itself, poster design has a lot in common with it. I like to compare poster design to adapting a novel into a screenplay. A movie poster is also just another form of adaptation, transposing a director's vision into a singular static art piece and encasing a film's entire essence from a camera lens to the confines of a poster frame. This should be more than deserving and worthy of the title art, is it not? So this is the beauty of the craft. It's a form of translation, a bridge between the cinematic and traditional design mediums, a language between the two worlds. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as previously mentioned, you may have noticed we actually engage with poster design on this channel. So up and coming filmmakers, entertainers and all, feel free to reach out to us for your projects. We'd be more than happy to help. See you guys later.